YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Teach here, coming with another video, and today is going to be a little more of a serious type of video, an informational video, and something that I've always been hesitant to make, because I didn't want to draw a ton of attention to myself, but it's a really good time to make this video with upcoming events. So, this is going to be the story on how I got my liver disease, what life is like with the liver disease, and what the future holds for it. So let's just jump right in it and not waste any time, and I'll tell you guys the story of my liver disease. Alrighty, so let's jump back to 2014-ish. I had a regular doctor's appointment with, you have your PCP, your primary care physician, to get a physical. Everyone looks forward to that wonderful time of year. Anyways, I go in, and they had been feeling around my stomach a little more than usual, I noticed. And he had said that something felt hard in my stomach, and he had brought someone else in, another doctor, and she said that it also felt kind of hard, which was weird. So they wanted to send me to Baystate to make sure that everything was alright, just to be safe. So fast forward, my dad and I go to Baystate. They want us to go to ER, because that's pretty much all you can do. So we go in the ER, we get in, we get a room, they take some blood, and we wait a little bit. They come back, they wanted to take some more blood, so they took some more blood, and they took some more blood, and they took some more blood, and you know how that goes. Hospitals, you just kind of sit there and wait around. Eventually it was like probably 12 or 1 a.m., and they said that they weren't really sure what was going on, and they wanted to send me to another floor at Baystate to run some more tests. So, stubborn me, I'm sitting there, oh my god, I just want to go home hungry, eh? But anyways, we go up, and fast forward to the next day, not much had been going on, pretty much just sat around the next day. Days 3 and 4, they kind of started to get a little more serious. They ran a couple tests, they did some blood work, but then they started to do the liver biopsy. And then they did the bone marrow extract, and then they did the colonoscopy, and then the endoscopy, and, they started to really run through the test trying to figure out what was going on. They just could not figure it out, and it was just constant tests after tests after tests, and a lot of sitting and waiting. But eventually, about a week later, after being in Baystate, they came in and let me know that I had a liver disease called primary sclerosing cholangitis, or as I call it, PSC. So, PSC, primary sclerosing cholangitis, is a disease in which inflammation is in your liver, and it causes scarring to your bile ducts. I know that probably made no sense to a good amount of you, so I'm going to do my best here to kind of explain what that means and how it affects you as a person. So, in your liver, I'm an artist, I did a little drawing. So, in your liver, you have these bile ducts right here that they transport really important fluids through your liver that process them, and I could be wrong here, I'm not a doctor, so don't hold me to any of this, but from my understanding, it transports bile, nutrients, a lot of that important stuff, protein maybe even, and mine can't do that because those bile ducts have scarring from the inflammation that is PSC, and those bile ducts are now starting to close up. So as you can see on here, I drew this little line here. That's the bile ducts closing. So the fluid can no longer come in. Can no longer come in, get through here, and go out because these are all starting to close. So those are all starting to close, and it's causing really severe liver damage, and it's eventually leading to an end-stage liver disease. And my liver is getting all cirrhotic, and it's just a downslope. It's a slow progressing liver disease, but once it gets going, it can get going. So to explain why they felt something hard in my stomach. So that fluid that needs to go through your liver and everything is not going through my liver, and obviously that needs to go somewhere. Which leads to one of the most annoying things about this liver disease. So that fluid is now getting backed up into my spleen. A normal spleen is about 4 inches long or so, and mine is 9. So it's over double the size of a normal spleen and still growing. And the big problem with that is it can burst at any second, which means I can't play any more contact sports the rest of my life until they take it out, which sucks a lot because for those of you that know me growing up, probably 6 or 7 days out of the week, I was playing sports, you know, hockey, basketball, soccer, baseball, ultimate frisbee, whatever it was. I love sports. I love watching sports, everything about it. So this was one of the hardest things once they told me that I had to stop playing hockey, I had to stop playing basketball. And, yeah, that was probably one of the most difficult things to take in from this whole liver disease, actually, regardless from all the pain or whatever. That's definitely the hardest part about it. You know, like a normal, I just turned 21 5 days ago or so, and I couldn't go out and drink with my friends and whatnot, but, I guess you need friends to do that. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I couldn't go out and do that, which, you know, there's a lot of things in life that are cool, and you don't have to drink or do anything to have fun, and I know that, but it would be nice to be able, you know, you go out with your brother or your cousins or something and, you know, hang out with the boys, but, I could also be worse, so I take it as it is. You know, I could be more sick than I am, so I take it as it is, and I kind of live with what I get. You know, you make the most of what you have because being sad or depressed about it isn't going to do anything. So yeah, that is what PSC is. As far as effects, you know, I don't get to do much. I'm really tired all the time. It causes itching. If you see me, my eyes might be yellow or my skin might be yellow. That's called jaundice. It's one of the main side effects of a liver disease. The more yellow you are, the worse it's getting. So if you see me and my eyes are yellow, that's why. That's an interesting fact. But now I'll kind of explain what the future holds for me and kind of why I made this video. Because there are certain things coming up in my future that I want to explain to you guys real quick without keeping this too long that are important, and I feel I need to let you know. Alrighty, so now the future of, like, what kind of is happening for me. The only cure for this liver disease is a transplant. There is no treatments that I can do. It is just a liver transplant. And the reason I kind of made this video is because coming up on May 30th, I have 2 appointments. I have to go up to a hospital in Boston, and I have an evaluation. And what this evaluation is to see if I'm ready to go on the transplant list, pretty much, if my body can handle surgery. And yeah, so you have to be your MELD score is what defines how bad your liver disease is, and it's based upon your blood work. Your blood work is put together, and it puts together the score, and your score needs to be 16 to get on the liver transplant list. And mine had kind of been around the 12 to 14 area, so I wasn't quite there. That's why in the past 2 to 3 years that I've had my liver disease, nothing was really going on. It's kind of just sit and wait, and pretty much wait till you get worse. But my last appointment, I had gone in, and my blood work was pretty bad. It was probably 2 or 3 times worse than it usually is. So they went in, they tried to do some surgeries, and it just wasn't it's a mouthful. It wasn't as successful as it used to be when they used to be the surgeries. They used to try to clear those bile ducts with a tube down my throat. They would go into my liver, and they would try to clear it out, but they couldn't even get to the right side of my liver anymore because it was so blocked up. So that makes my score at least 16 or higher, so I have to go in on the 30th for an evaluation, stay overnight at the hospital. I don't think they do any crazy tests. It's mostly just blood work. But yeah, they pretty much, that seals the deal. I guess they tell you if, you know, you get on the list, and if I do, I get a little beeper thing that I always have to carry on me, and if that thing beeps, you drive to the hospital and you get your transplant. And you try not to look at the numbers, you know. Obviously there's some successes and there's some failures, but you take it as it is and you move on. And that evaluation is kind of why I wanted to make this video now, because a transplant could be coming up in the future. So For those of you that want to stay involved, I will keep making this video. If not, and you want to just maybe see some of the fun videos, I haven't posted one in a little while, but if you are looking forward to those still and you still want to see them, let me know, and I can definitely try to get some more videos out there for you guys. If you support me, I love you so much. It means the world to me, honestly. I love doing this YouTube thing. It kind of, you know, a lot of you say you don't get a lot of views or a lot of any of that, but it's when you're editing the video, you kind of get into your own space, and you can edit, and you can stop thinking about everything, and it's kind of nice. So for those of you that support my videos, it means so much. And if you don't, I don't like you. Stop watching the video. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you guys aren't curious about this or anything, just simply click off the video. But for those of you that want to know, I was more than happy to make this video, and I will continue making these type of videos and update you on my liver disease. And if there's any of you that relate to me and want to mention something in the comments, or any friends or family that have any questions or concerns still, feel free to message me. I don't mind talking about it at all. So with that being said, I guess that'll sum up part 1 of this little journey, and I will see you guys in the next video.
That's true, that right. She sippin' one wet and yeah, I swear it get her wetter. My Louboutins news on my bottom stays redder.